Hey there, I am Eric, and today I would like to tell you a little bit about my experience in working with Britt and beliefs coaching. And prior to my work with Britt, I was a CEO in a multi location healthcare company. During and since then, I have been an executive coach, consultant, and working as a thought leader in primarily the healthcare space. And I started looking for a coach when I was in transition. So I was in the process of selling my company and I was looking for change. I was looking for growth. And I was constantly aware of how my beliefs, of how some of my own limiting beliefs were having an impact on what I was willing to do or on how effective I could be. And it was interesting because as I was also a coach at the time, I was constantly working with other people and I was working with them on their limiting beliefs. And yet I wasn't able to work through my own. And the guy in the mirror that I'd see whenever I see a mirror, he was kind of an a-hole. Like the stuff that he would say to me was pretty unkind. And they always say that if you talk to me like I talk to the guy in the mirror, you'd probably punch him in the face, right? That was about how I felt. So I knew that something had to change. One of my biggest hesitations, though, was, well, I'm a coach. Why can't I do this myself? I'm self-aware. I know that I have these issues. I know things have to change. But at the end of the day, I knew that number one, I wasn't going to be able to get that change on my own. And that if I wanted that change, I had to change something dramatic in my environment or in my behaviors. And that was me trying to do it myself. And so I made a choice to work with Britt to work through those challenges. And I knew it was working instantaneously. It kind of blew my mind because I remember going into it, I'm like, I don't know. Is this really going to work? And then boom, first session, I immediately noticed change. Not only that, what I loved is it always, every single time we've ever worked together, it simply brings me joy to be engaged with Britt, and it was always virtual, and just even being there, she had so much presence and she was so genuine and positive and caring in her approach to me. It just made me feel so incredibly comfortable right away. And when we finished our sessions, I remember almost every day, like I would be so excited. I wanted to run out of the room and go like kick some butt and take names because I just felt this excitement every time we met. And you know what's amazing? It became the highlight of every week for me. Like I built my life around it and it became one of my favorite habits in life. And everything about the experience was positive. Even when there were times where we had to work through difficult stuff that was inside my head, it was still positive, which is the opposite of so many other types of therapies that are out there, like traditional talk therapy that's about taking you to the point of pain and agony and torturing you over and over again to get change. That's not what Britt did. And I absolutely freaking loved it. So what's happened since then? Well, the changes in my life and the changes in my business, to say that they're staggering or remarkable is still an understatement. Like I don't even recognize who I was or my life prior to the point when I started working with Britt. I feel like I'm an entirely different person, and I mean it in the best way possible, purely positively. I love and appreciate who I was, but I feel like in my time with working with Britt, I was set free not to be who I was, but to be who I was created to be. And there's so much growth in that and so much appreciation for where I've been. My behaviors changed almost instantaneously in my work with Britt. And now today, more of my time, more than 80% of my time is now focused in the things that are uniquely my space, like my unique God-given abilities, the things that bring me the most joy, the things that produce the most value in the world around me. My relationships, not just in my business, not just with other people, but also in my family, they're stronger, they're safer, and they're more effective overall, right? And when I think about the biggest change today, I feel like I'm authentically me. I felt like prior to that point, when I started working with Britt, when I'd walk out into the outside world, so often I'd be posturing or trying to say the right things or to be somebody that maybe wasn't natural. And now, thanks to the beliefs work that Britt and I were able to do together, I feel like I can go out into the world and be confident and comfortable in simply who I am and simply what I was created for without feeling the pain or the burden of what everybody else brings to the day, right? So I remember when I was on the fence, and I challenge anyone who's in that position to consider first and foremost, what could you possibly be missing out on? What do you think you may be capable of that has beliefs that are getting in the way? And think about it. Like, say it's a teeny tiny shift. Say that you just get like 2, 3, 5% more capability or capacity. Can you imagine what that would mean to you over 10 years, over 20 years, over 50 years? That value would be priceless. And yet, what if it's not just a small change? What if it's massive? Can you imagine what the impact on the world might be from you doing that work? You know, at the end of the day, it's just time that we could be potentially wasting by taking a chance. Isn't it worth it for you to take that chance? And I can promise you this, if you're sitting on the fence, you're going to receive truth, positivity, and genuine caring from Britt. Man, that's more than we can ask for in most other places in life. And so I challenge you. And having this, watch this also work in the lives now of many of my friends and other business acquaintances. Whew, this is an incredible opportunity that you have. Take advantage of it. Thank you, Britt.